How's it going? It's been a few weeks since I recorded a live with Koolme. I apologize. Um, Honestly, no excuse. Just been lazy, really. Too lazy to record. Um, just things I've been wanting to talk about, but just never got around to it. Been having issues like yesterday. I had a fucking terrible day. Yesterday sucked ass. And it isn't even bad. It's just, it was bad for me. It was bad to me. Um, so yeah, I'll explain that. It's actually, it might be funny for somebody, but for me it was like just fucking awful. It's just one thing after another, after another, after another. But yeah, I mean a lot's been going on. I have a new crush. Yeah, I'm kidding. I don't. I don't have any crushes. You're lucky. Um, I do have a mark on my pinky though, on my nail. Somebody might be crushing on me. If you go by that, I mean that's just what I was always. When you have like one of those white markings on your nails, I mean somebody likes you or you have a crush or some shit. I don't know. I have one. Somewhere. It's on my other pinky. But it just popped up like a couple days ago. The fuck? You hear that kid scream? Anyway, I'm at work right now. Well, work. Whatever they call it that. I don't have a normal job. I kind of got moved around today, so I'm pretty pissed off about that, but it's whatever. But I'm high up. High up. Beautiful. Yeah, turns out. I should show you the. Nexus always asks about like. Doesn't believe like I'm in a box. So it's dirty up here. This isn't my setup, but it's just like that's my lunch. That's a bag, but there's stuff everywhere. That's my soda. Coke Zero vanilla, cherry vanilla. But yeah, it's small up here. Can't do shit. I just listen to music and vibe out. Usually I'm in a different spot, and after the first 5 or however many long races there is, after that then they bring me up. They bring me back to go upstairs for the rest of the night. But the girl that's in here didn't show up, or she couldn't show up or something. So last minute they had to put me up here, and it sucks. Because I'm claustrophobic, but I'm also scared of heights. But yeah. I'll probably have to cut this recording and then start recording again when the horses come out. But I have a lot to talk about. Kind of. So doctors has been going okay, I guess. I don't know. I'm over being a diabetic. It really sucks. I work out when I can. My body just hurts constantly. They can't figure it out. But I might have they say I might have some nerve damage when I was in the hospital, which is coming up. The anniversary is coming up when I almost died next month. So they say I might have gotten some nerve damage from that. They did some more blood work. And he's seen enough to have to get me to a specialist, like whether it's like with arthritis or something to do with my bones or muscles or something like that. So just another thing that I have to now worry about, which just sucks. I should have taken better care of myself, when I was younger, growing up into what I am now. Um, that's my bad. I had a girlfriend. I have, a few girlfriends leading up to this point, but the long relationship really, like, I'd stopped taking care of myself, stopped going to the gym and stuff like that, and I can't lie, I let myself go, but I was happy with who I was. I didn't really care, and up until I got diagnosed with diabetes, and that's when I started like taking care of myself. But I guess it's just not enough right now. I mean, I lost like 70 pounds. If you've been watching the videos and stuff. Um, but yeah, so the blood work showed that I had to see another specialist for that, and then my endocrinologist wanted to see me like 4 weeks after our appointment because he wanted to look at the blood work, not blood work, my glucose levels. And then he forgot why I was there when I showed up. He's like, what is this? Glucose levels. He's telling the girl in the front. It's funny because there's actually a girl I went to high school with there. She doesn't remember me though, and I don't bother to tell her that I know her. Um, but I thought that was funny. Um, but I talked to him that day that I went to drop off my glucose levels. He's like, well, your sugar levels are too high. I'm like, yeah, I know that. I'm not eating anything bad. It's just constantly high. You know, I work, like I said, I work out when I can when I'm not in pain. Um, and I do hit workouts, the high intense workouts. My max is like 15, 20 minutes. I can't do anything more than that unless I go to the gym. Like, unless I'm, when I'm at home, it's so easy to get distracted and get lazy again. But the workout's just constant, and you only get like 10 seconds per set, like per rest. So it keeps it going to where I don't get bored. I honestly think I have ADHD. Somebody, my crush, Wicked. Just kidding, she's not my crush. Anyway, she clipped me like doing some shit, like looking at something and doing something else, and then forgetting what I was doing, and then going back to the game. And I was like, maybe I do have ADHD. I don't know. I do get bored and distracted easily. But it's not anything with games. Just everything else just bores me. Like life bores me. And then doing one thing, stopping that, doing another thing. I don't know how ADHD works. I don't think that I have it, but I think I just get distracted with things that I try to, and then I end up overwhelming myself because I want to get shit done, which leads into what happened yesterday because everything was happening at once. But as far as what the doctor said, um, he's like, unless I get really strict on my diet, he honestly says you'll see me on an insulin pump soon because my sugars are out of control. Even just for an example, today I went home this morning and I just had chorizo and eggs, which is just high in protein. There's nothing really in it, unless it's just, I don't think there's any sugar in it, but if anything, the protein should weigh that out. I ate that, took a nap because I knew I had to come to work. I've been super tired. Took a nap, woke up, and it was like 3:20, 3:30, 3:40 or something like that. And I'm like, fuck, and it pisses me off because it shouldn't have been that high, especially, since I napped. Most of the times, when I nap, it goes down. But I was just so frustrated. So what he did was, I was like, well, I also seen a nutritionist who gave me a plan, like a meal plan, which I've been loosely following. None of the stuff that she gave me, I could eat anyway. The horses are coming out, but I have like a few seconds. Um, they're like bread. I can't fucking eat any bread, no matter what I do. Potatoes is hit and miss. Like how one day I had a potato with sugar was fine. Well, I had it with chicken and shit. Oh, they're coming straight out. Let me show you. Anyway, I'll have to get back to this video when I get done with this race, and I'll try to remember what I was talking about. Alright, we're back. I was watching the video back. I mean, just for a second, my eyes look like they're lopsided. Like, I don't know. They look lopsided when I watched it back. Anyway, what was I saying? I think we were talking about the nutritionist and the shit she wants me to eat. It's like, it's healthy, but it's stuff that I can't eat. She said I could replace it, obviously, with what I want, but in that category. But I just can't. I just can't eat anything right now, and it sucks. What's the trippy thing is, I don't know if my body's just used to shit and all the shit that I was eating before. Let's segue into why I had a bad day yesterday. So, as much as I can remember anyway, I guess the morning was okay. I woke up late. I think I woke up late again. And had to rush to work and stuff like that. Luckily, I have work with some cool people that, that cover for me and stuff like that. So that makes it easier. Very, very grateful, because I have put them through some shit in the past when I wasn't doing good, and I apologize for that, and I apologized, and I still apologize. But I'm very grateful and thankful for them to cover me and when I need it. But I think my sugar was a little high. When it starts getting cold now, plus like the diabetes, I get bad cramps in my feet in the mornings, and it makes it pretty much unbearable to even walk, and I have to do moving around and stuff like that. So I have a little heater, but it wasn't doing enough. I probably need some diabetic socks or something like that, at least for when it's cold. Because it's just painful, and it doesn't go away after a while. So that lasted a while, and the beautiful woman I work with was, able to help me out and stuff like that when I need it. So it makes it better, it makes it more better. But so that morning was, so. Besides me hurting, and then this is where it gets kind of like funny, but also really fucking pissed me off for the rest of the whole day. Was I seen that in the McDonald's after they had a dollar 10 piece, and I haven't had chicken nuggets in probably a year or two, probably 2 years now. Because I've now just started making my own. But before I was just getting frozen nuggets, and I'm like, these aren't really good for me either. So I started trying to make my own, and then they're just not the same. They're good, but they're not the same. I mean, I tried different recipes. The cream cheese chicken nuggets that I make are the quickest ones to make, but they're chewy. They don't really come out crunchy. I've been struggling to try and get anything crunchy, really, like the pizza, the chicken nuggets, stuff like that. But anyway, so I was talking to Nexus, like, oh yeah, they have dollar chicken nuggets in the app right now. So some bitch ends up getting his, and the I was like, oh, well, I'll stop at the. It was still early because I get done like at 10, and they start serving breakfast at 10:30. So I thought, at least at the McDonald's I went to, the few McDonald's I went to, it's usually 10:30, but this one I went to was 11. So when I get there, it's 10:30. Order on the app, doesn't want to go through. It says they're serving lunch at this location, and it still wouldn't go through. So I was like, fuck. So it said it wouldn't let me add it like as a mobile order. So I tried to do like the restaurant code through the app, and I went to the drive-through, and I sat there for maybe like 6 minutes, which is a long time in a drive-through, and I was like, yeah, can I get the order for the 10-piece? Like, oh, we're not serving lunch right now. It's still breakfast till 11. I'm like, what? I was like, but the app says you guys are serving lunch. She's like, yeah, we're not serving lunch yet. It's still breakfast. I was like, well, even if I wanted to order something for breakfast through the app using a deal, it wouldn't let me because the app's saying that you guys are serving lunch. She's like, I'm sorry about that. I'm just like, okay, whatever. Luckily, I moved. Once I got up to like the window, I moved quicker. So, I'm sending next videos, updates as I'm driving and trying to get to the next McDonald's. The next McDonald's I try to go to was closed. They're doing construction, or they just completely closed it. I don't know. So when I get there, it was closed, and I had to drive. I drove to a whole other location, like part of the city, and then I was like, I went to a different McDonald's up the street. And this is what happened. I get there, I park curbside. It's already like, it's pretty much 11. I'm like, okay, for sure I can get lunch now. Wrong. I fucking placed the order there at that McDonald's. It should automatically place the order at the location that you're at, but it just fucking didn't. It placed it at a random ass location, like back the way I came off the freeway, and I was losing my fucking mind at that point. I was like, fuck it, I don't give a fuck about these nuggets. I'm going home, and I'm making food because I gotta get home, and because I wanted to try and stream and stuff like that. I was already frustrated because I had already wasted an hour. I basically got in the area, at 10:30, but well, earlier than that. I mean, because I left about like 9:40 from work, and I got there about like 10:20, like 10 something, 10, and I waited there. Anyway, at that point, I was just like, fuck it. Hopefully they'll refund me. Usually they're pretty good about that. And I was like, it's just $1. I don't give a fuck. But they ended up refunding it. But I was so fucking mad. I was screaming my head off in the car. Everything was bugging me. I was trying to just like breathe and do my thing, and just try to get home. I was like, should I stop at the Dollar Tree, because I'm gonna need something, because the rumor, I guess it's not a rumor, I was told I might work Saturday, which was yesterday, and of course I get called. I actually didn't get called last minute. That's a lie. I got called like right before I was in the stream. I was like, okay, but so I wanted to go to the Dollar Tree before, but I was like, oh, I'll just go on the way to work. I'll pick up a drink or something like that. I've pretty much given up soda. I'll drink it like here and there now. I just had the soda from Wendy's, so that was it. And I forgot to fill up my water bottle, which sucks, because I'm really thirsty right now, and I can't leave. I can't go down for anything. There's no time. But anyway, so when I started stream, the fucking capture card was split in half for whatever reason. I had streamed the day before too, so for some reason the capture card was splitting the image of the game in half and showing double. And next is like, what's going on with your capture card? I'm just like, I looked and I'm like, He clipped it too. I tried to post it to the YouTube Shorts, but it wouldn't let me because Twitch was having issues. But I just started like freaking out, and I fucking screamed like really loud, and I screamed so loud that the mic peaked, and you couldn't even hear it. You heard it for like a second. It was so fucking funny, but I was pissed at the time. But letting that out, helped. It helped a lot. Um, but anyway, we streamed. We had some fun. Reaper came in talking shit as normal, and I was just like, I ain't having this shit. I was like, he's like, oh, didn't you beat this game already? I'm like, I ain't got time for your shit. I ain't got time for your bullshit. Like, I'm not in a good mood. I said it right off the bat. I'm not in a good mood. I ain't got time for your shit. And he doesn't fucking listen. He's just like, what? And I'm like, I'm not in the mood. I don't got time for your shit. He's like, someone's in a bad mood. I'm like, that's literally what I just said. And he's like, fucking bully, I'm leaving then. I'm like, I didn't even fucking bully you. You came in here talking shit as usual right away. Instead of saying like, hey, just randomly just start talking shit. That's how my community is. But yeah, I'm usually okay with it. But yesterday it fucking bugged me. Usually I don't give a shit. But yesterday I was just so bugged by everything that, I was just done. And anyway, we streamed, we tested out some games at the village. And I meant to get off at a decent time because traffic, so I could head out to work. And that fucked me because I left late, ran into a shit ton of traffic, didn't have time to go to the Dollar Tree, so I hit the vending machine here, which is like double the price for a drink. And then what else happened? I'm trying to think of what else happened before the end of the night. I don't know. I was just in a bad mood. I think that was it. Oh, I got the nuggets. I had time to get the nuggets. I didn't have time to stop at the Dollar Tree. I was like, I want these fucking nuggets. I'm craving them badly. And I was like, I ain't leaving or going home without them. It was bad. They're bad for me, but they were so fucking good. I love McDonald's nuggets. I've always loved them since I was a kid. But I fucked those things up. It was bad. I used to get like a 20 piece like every day or every other day, and like a year ago, 2 years ago. Because it was at that time it was $5 in the app. Which was a fucking banging deal. Now they're like $10 or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I was just I was like, I ain't got time to stop for that. If McDonald's had been packed, I wouldn't have had time. I would have just kept driving. But there was like one car. And I'm like, I'm getting these fucking nuggets. I am craving them. So I got them. Obviously I was running a bit behind, so by the time I actually ate them, they were a little cold, but they were still so fucking good. I was like, I don't give a shit. I devoured those things. I fucked them up. So I did get the nuggets eventually. I shouldn't be eating them, but the funny thing is, this is where it comes back to me saying like, maybe my body's just used to the shit that I was putting into it. The nuggets and the sweet and sour sauce did nothing to my sugar levels, which I think is fucking bullshit, because when I actually eat real food, my sugar fucking goes up to 3 something. My sugar didn't spike once. It actually dropped a few points before just staying at like 215 the rest of the night. It actually went up because I was craving ramen. So I had ramen when I got home, and then my sugar spiked to about 500, or up there, because it went off the scale. It went off the sensor, like in the app. So it's funny how that works. How the chicken nuggets didn't do anything, which I thought that they would, like really fuck me up. But it didn't. My sugar didn't spike once, and I don't know why. And this actually happened before. When I went to eat my Chili's with Mike, Have you seen the video on my Instagram or whatever? I don't know. Did I post it? No, I didn't post anything to YouTube. It's on my Instagram. We went to Chili's. I had two big ass fucking. Have you seen the triple platter that they have there? I got 2 sliders, with no bun. I think it was like 4 or 5 pieces of Nashville chicken tenders, and then I got the Chili's never had like I think it was Chili's. Yeah, Chili's never had the mozzarella sticks before. It was always Applebee's, but Chili's now has like the really fat, long, they call it fried mozzarella, and it came with 2 of those. I ate everything, and my sugar didn't spike. It just stayed. It just stayed at like 250 or something like that. So if anybody has any like ideas of why that is, you know, why my sugar doesn't spike with garbage, but it spikes with real food, let me know. This is really frustrating. But yeah, at this point, I don't think I mentioned the doctor gave me. I think he's just really annoyed with me. He was ready to go to lunch, and I thought it was pretty rude. Unfortunately, he's the only endo I could see in my area, so I had to stick with him. Usually he's pretty good and nice, but because he was getting ready to go to lunch, he's like, I have to go to lunch. I was like, was there a stronger insulin? Because the nutritionist says there's a stronger insulin that might be able to work. He's like, no, there's nothing stronger. There's one that works faster. And I'm like, well, let's try that, because I'm not ready to be on a pump yet. But he's like, we could try it, but he's like, 80%, I have 80% that you're going to be on a pump soon. And I'm just like, all right, well, we'll try it and see what happens, But, yeah, it hasn't worked. It's pretty much the same quick pin as my Humalog, and it doesn't do shit. No matter how many, I've been taking like even like 20 units to try and like balance out with the carbs that I eat, and maybe once throughout the week it'll drop to maybe like 60. But it's very rare at this point. My body's fighting like literally anything I'm putting in it right now, and they don't understand. So, but horses are coming out. But anyway, I think that's pretty much at the wear headset. I think that's pretty much it. I don't want to keep this video fucking long as hell. Just a little update of what I've been up to. We got the PS5 Pro as well. Amazing. It's amazing. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. It's amazing. Might be a little bit overpriced, I will admit that, but it's still a great console. It is much, much better than the regular PS5. And the PS5 was already great. But yeah, I think that's about it. Appreciate you guys watching. I'll update you soon. Hopefully it won't be another 3 weeks before I do make a video, but yeah, appreciate you watching. Also, go listen to Alone at Prom, Tory Lanez album. That shit fucking slaps. It bangs. It gets me in all the feels. It's actually crazy how good that album is. The whole thing from like start to finish is just fucking good. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it at that. This video is already too long. Appreciate you watching, and I'll see you soon.